Hello and welcome to episode 325, guys. Right, for this video, guys, something a bit different. We're on a day session, and obviously from the thumbnail of this video, it's clearly a TEMU video. Yep, I've been shopping on TEMU again, guys. So we've seen quite a few videos now where I've been using those TEMU big pit carp reels, which are still performing absolutely perfectly, by the way. And yeah, I've been on TEMU again and bought some a bit different. So we're at Linear Fisheries and we're on the float lake, so that might give you a bit of a clue what we're up to today. Not float fishing, but on that same kind of lines. This was a stock pond, the float lake. It's now been converted into a little day session sort of coarse fishery lake. I think there's like about a dozen swims on here. It's probably what is it, like a acre in size, and it the far side there's an outflow that flows into St John's, so that kind of gives you a rough idea of the location of this lake if you know Linear well. Many of you have probably years ago watched the underwater video by Corder where they filmed on St John's up at Henman Hill End. Well, if you can see that outflow there, that's the outflow that then flows into St John's, where they done a lot of their filming under the kind of the inflow, the other side of that pipe, if you like. So yeah, that gives you a rough idea of where this lake is on the complex. So firstly, apologies, it's been quite a while since the last video. 5 weeks since I was out filming with Tom at Shearwater. Unfortunately, just because of life and work and home life and a little trip to Belfast that me and the missus did, I haven't been able to get out for this amount of time. So anyway, right, like I said, it's a day session, we're wasting time, let's go fishing. Right, guys, before we actually get fishing, I'll show you what I bought from TEMU. And like with the carp reels in the previous video, it was basically just to show you how cheap you can buy stuff from to actually get fishing. That is actually quite good gear. Everyone like thinks of TEMU, oh, it's from China, it's going to be rubbish, it's going to be pants, it's going to be... But, you know, if you've seen my previous video and videos after on the carp reels, you know now it's not the case. So, I've been back on TEMU, and for a mere £25, I have bought almost everything you need to go feeder fishing. Yes, some I've not done for years and years and years, but since I got into the carp fishing and then sold all my coarse fishing gear, it's a form of fishing I've really kind of missed doing. Because to me, when you're watching a quiver tip and you watch that rod tip bend round, to me that is just as exciting as hearing a bite alarm suddenly go screaming into life. So I thought I wanted to get back into that kind of fishing again. So yeah, so as I said, well, I've bought almost everything you need, so not quite everything, but for quite cheaply I bought a feeder rod. Yeah, that is a rod, believe it or not. I've set it up at home. That is a 10-foot quiver tip rod. A reel. I bought an adjustable sort of, I think it's a 24-inch bank stick, something like that, and a feeder rod rest, which I've already attached. And then also in my pocket we have here some method feeders. So that's not just one, what, three. Three method feeders and the mould. And as I said, All that for 25 quid. So it just goes to show how cheaply you can buy stuff to get fishing. And obviously I didn't buy a landing net or a nookie mat or stuff like that, but you could go onto TEMU and get everything I need, everything you'd need, I'd say, you know, like a nookie mat, a landing net, for probably about 50 quid in total. You could get fishing for 50 quid on TEMU. But yeah, right, let's get this kit set up, guys, and then hopefully catch some fish today with this gear, because that's the whole idea of being here, isn't it? Right, guys, so I've now got all the rod and reel together with one of the feeders, so I thought I'd quickly show you it before we actually get fishing, see what you kind of can get for your bargain money off of TEMU. So as I said when we showed you the tube earlier on, we got a 10-foot quiver tip rod. It's a very nice rod, sort of, you know, it's got some kind of garish kind of whippings to keep the eyes on, but you know, it's feeder fishing, you know, that's doesn't matter too much. We've got a nice little 5,000 size bait runner reel, and I had a little play with this at home. Yeah, it's got a nice decent clutch on it. Like I say, it's even got a bait runner on it, which probably won't use the bait runner feature for this session, but you know, it's on there, and it's yeah, it's very nice. I think just them two bits alone was less than 20 quid. I did have to fill the reel up with line. It didn't come with line, so it did cost me an extra, I think, what, 5-6 quid from the tackle shop to buy some line, which was Daiwa Hypersensor line. Got it in £10, which might be a bit overkill for feeder fishing, but we are fishing for match size carp at the end of the day, so well, safe than sorry. So an extra outlay of £5 for the line, but 300 meters on that, and as you can see, it filled that 5,000 size reel absolutely perfectly, which is more by fluke than judgment. And then yeah, and as I said, we've got 3 feeders in that pack as well. Got one of them on, I haven't got a hook length on it yet, but 30 gram method feeder. There's, yeah, but so that is the setup, guys. Right, I've got to put a hook link on this, and then we can get fishing. Right, hopefully you'll stick around to the end of the video, guys, because at the end of the video I'm going to give all this setup and a few little extras away as a competition prize to one of you lucky viewers, guys. So yeah, stick around for that. Right, guys, I'm not going to bore you with the whole process of making up ground bait, but just thought I'd show you what I am using as a ground bait, and that is the Blitz multi-mix from, obviously, from Hinders. Big bag here, should last quite a few sessions this if I decide to I want to do lots more feeder fishing. Oh, that's probably too much as it is just for the day, but yeah, Blitz, so meaty livery, nice kind of meaty smell. Good thing about the multi-mix, what I like is it has pellets within the ground bait, so it's kind of, you know, kind of almost like a 2-in-1 sort of ground bait, I'd say, because obviously you can use, you know, dampen down pellets on a feeder or ground bait. The multi-mix is a combination of the two. So right, so let's get this ground bait made up, and then maybe I should have made this up at the start of the session, to be fair, guys, to let the water soak into the ground bait, but hey ho, as I said, I haven't done feeder fishing for a long time, so yeah, a bit out of touch with the order that you should do things when you're setting up for a day's feeder fishing. Right guys, we are ready to make our first cast. Got everything set up now, we've got landing net. Just brought one of my carp nets because I don't know how big the fish are in this lake. I've now got a hook length on there, got like a 3-inch braided hook link. I just bought a pre-bought one from Angling Direct, like a pack of 3 hook lengths, a PVA bag hook lengths, but to be fair, they're exactly the same hook length as I use on a method feeder anyway when I'm sort of method feeder fishing in my carp fishing. So it's basically a PVA bag hook length, and I've put a pink Beetling Plus wafter on there just for starters. Right, let's get that hook bait in the middle of the mould. Right, in the middle of the mould, let's put some of that ground bait in there. Hopefully it's a nice consistency where it will so press it down. It's a nice mould actually, because it's got like a little press on it, and there we go. Hey presto, one nice little yeah. Right, let's make my first cast in feeder fishing that I've not done for absolutely years. I've not done this kind of fishing, what, in the whole time I've been blogging. So this is my first blog of feeder fishing, guys. So, right, here we go. I was like, the only thing about this rod, obviously it's a travel kind of rod. The butt section isn't massive, so, you know, normally you kind of have a butt section down here, but like I said, the rod cost I think less than a tenner, and for that money I don't think you can complain. Right, here we go. First casting method fishing for, I don't know, how long have I been blogging? So at least, what, 11, 12, 13 years since I've done this. And here we go. Right, just randomly chuck it into the middle of the lake. We've got a peg which is sort of middle of the lake as well, guys. So right, I'm just going to use my chair as the rod rest at this end, and then I've put obviously a little bend in the quiver tip. So obviously, kind of quiver tip fishing kind of works in the same way as kind of almost if you're fishing with a bite alarm, you put a bit of bend in the quiver tip. Obviously if you get a take that goes that way, the quiver tip bends round, but if you get a drop back, the rod would just straighten. So the good thing about this little rod as well, it actually comes with 3 different strength quiver tips as well, like a fine one, medium one, and obviously because I'm fishing for carp, I've put the strongest tip on. I don't know what the ounces are on the quiver tip strengths. It doesn't give you that kind of information on a cheap setup like this, but yeah, there are 3 different sized quiver tips in with this setup as well, guys. So yeah, I think you really do get your money's worth. Right, now like with any fishing, it's just the waiting game for that first bite. So first cast has been out, I'd say 5, maybe 10 minutes at the most, guys, and we're into our first fish. Come on, the TEMU gear. I must admit, this rod does feel a bit different, because where there's hardly only a short butt on this kind of travel kind of size rod, normally you'd kind of rest kind of some of your rod against your kind of up to your kind of elbow. Oh, there's some lily pads there. I'd say that's the only thing with this rod, it just feels a bit different where you can't do that, but you know, we had a nice kind of wraparound bite like you do with a feeder rod. But so far, I'll say a nice bend in this rod. This rod breaks down to 6 pieces, including one of the quiver tips. Oh, the clutch is even quite decent, to be fair. It doesn't kind of go in fits and starts, it's kind of quite smooth. So all in all, for another cheap TEMU setup, guys, so far so good. That's a nice bend in it. Okay, for 6 pieces in this to make up this rod, that's actually a nice bend in this rod. That's that. We're fishing with barbless hooks as well today, guys. Just keep everything nice and simple. And there we go. No more than 10 minutes in, guys, and we've got our first fish on the TEMU gear. Get in. There we go then, guys. That's literally 10 minutes after casting, and we've got our first fish. How's about that? I'm not weighing fish today, guys. I didn't bring a scales or weigh sling or anything like that today. Just keeping it nice, simple, easy, enjoying the fishing. Yeah, it's all about just testing out the TEMU gear, just, you know, seeing how, you know, just showing basically you can get fishing on virtually next to no money. Right, let's get this fish back. Let's get another one. Well, guys, since that initial first fish, sort of quick bite, it's been quiet since then. You saw where that first cast went, it just kind of went middle-ish kind of open water, and since then I've done a recast to kind of the far bank almost. At the moment we're fishing just down by these lilies to the left here, kind of only sort of a couple of rod lengths out. So for you know, fish always hold up in lilies and round them, but nothing is doing so far. So I think I will bring the rod back in again, and we will re-chuck it back out in the to the middle of the lake again, because that's where my first bite come from. Really quickly, so we'll try there again. There we go. That's not far from where we had that first fish from. Lovely. I'll put the slight bend in that quiver tip. I haven't really brought a lot of bait with me today, guys, but I have brought, it's not even a kilo, 700 grams of blitz feed pellets I've brought with me today, guys. 8mm, well, oh, 8.5mm it says. So, just to catapult, if I want to put any of these out, because these are 8.5mm, I think you could band these. I have brought some hook links with me as well, more from the match scene, you know, where it's like the bands on the hair, so might even try one of them later on a different hook link, just to see if they might work, but we'll stick with the pink wafters for now, because obviously that's done a fish. But yeah, after that first bite come really quickly, sort of after 10 minutes, I thought we were going to be in for a really busy day's feeder fishing. But yeah, it's gone. It's been really quiet since then. So I've got no idea what this stock of the lake is, except first time I've ever fished this lake. It was always, to me, one of the stock lakes before they turned it into the float lake that it is now. They call it the float lake, but you can obviously feed a fish like this. I did phone up Linear yesterday and check, so hey ho, at least we're not blanking. There we are, guys. Went back to just middle open water, and again 10 minutes, maybe 15 at the most, and we're in again. Oh, nice pretty looking little mirror. There we go. Hey. And fish number 2. Alright, here we go, guys. Fish number 2 of the day. And absolutely stunning little fish, this one. How's about that? Like I said, lovely, good fun on the old feeder rod, but have a look at the scale pattern on that fish. Stunning little fish. Number 2 of the day. It's good fun, this feeder fishing. Really enjoying it. Super. That's about where we saw the fizzing fish just now. Oh, but yeah, really enjoying this fishing, guys. Just travelling light. Barrow loads of gear. And I said I've just got my small tackle bag with me today. Everything in there I need just for day sessions. Obviously a bit more active than just sitting back and listening out for bite alarms. I really enjoy this kind of fishing, guys. It's yeah. So when you sit here and that quiver tip just gets pulled round, it is exactly the same excitement as when a bite alarm goes screaming off. As I said earlier in the video, I'm going to give all this kit away to some lucky viewer. But because I'm enjoying this, I think I'll probably go back on TEMU and buy another setup for myself, just to fish like this more often. To be fair, it's good fun, especially just for day sessions where you just want to get out for the day. You don't want to lug around lots and lots of gear. Just one rod, one reel, one bank stick, one small bag, a bucket for your ground bait. Simple fishing, nice and easy, good fun. Oh, and there we go. Live take. Oh, did you see that rod tip go round, guys? Hey. Like I said, if I do buy myself another feeder rod, which I probably will, I will have to make sure I buy one with a longer butt section for the, you know, just so you got something to kind of have a bit more leverage when you, like, this is a nice rod. It's obviously designed to be a travel rod because it breaks down into 6 sections, but yeah, if I get myself another feeder rod set up, I'll definitely look for one with a longer butt section for. But hey, this is good fun. Hey. Oh, I haven't been drinking, I'm honest. And there we go. Quick as that, fish number 3. Hey. There you go, guys. Started off it was a bit slow after we had that first take, but 2 fish in quick succession. How's about that? Another stunning little mirror carp. And you saw the bite as well. Ah, made up. Thank you for that live bite. Oh, here we go, guys. Take number 4. I missed the tip going round on this one because I picked up my phone to look at a notification on my phone, and I felt the bite by the butt of the rod jabbing in my leg. But for a little 6-piece travel rod, it's done half bend well. I thought when I first opened it up at home, I thought, oh, it's going to have kind of lots of dead spots in the rod where all the sections join. Not at all. Oh, a little bit bigger than the last two, this one. Oh, so the good thing about having a nice soft bendy rod like this one, it really helps with keeping hook holds when you're fishing with barbless hooks. Right guys, fish number 4. This is a nice one, this one, size wise. I reckon it could be into double figures, this one. How about that? That was good fun on a feeder rod. I've caught fish smaller than this on my normal carp gear. But yeah, I think possibly double figures, maybe 11-12 pound. Well, that's a nice fish, certainly on feeder gear, but yes, what a day I'm having. Yeah, beautiful. I'm well happy with that one. Probably the biggest of the day so far, I reckon. Right, let's get it back. I think because we've had 4 fish now on that hook bait, I think I'll put a fresh hook bait on when I put the rod back out. Right then guys, so it's 3:15 now, and it's been really dead for the last couple of hours. I've made a switch probably an hour or so ago to a yellow hook bait, still a beaten in plus yellow wafter, but a yellow one rather than the pink we started on. My thinking is, because this is more of a small match style lake, you know, it's only one rod fishing, that's the rule. So it is a, you know, a more match style coarse fishery. So because of that, I was thinking, well, probably a lot of bait that goes in because of that style of fishing is probably sweet corn. So hence why I switched up to the yellow bait. Now it was quiet until about 10 minutes ago, and I had my first missed bite. I was had the devil's gadget in me hand, you know, worst enemy while you're fishing. Good in many respects, but when you're meant to be watching your rod tip, I wasn't. I was looking at my phone for a minute, and again I felt the butt section of the rod jabbing me in the leg as the quiver tip pulled round, and yeah, I missed that one unfortunately, because yeah, by the time I'd looked up, the rod tip had sprung back straight, and obviously the fish had got away with it. So I try and not look at my phone, you know, when I'm out fishing, even when I'm you know, doing the carp fishing. But yeah, I just picked it up to look at it for a second, and yeah, it made me miss my first missed bite. So there's quite a few people on the lake now. I think from the looks of it, a few people behind me, a couple of people that way. So it's that time of day now where I think possibly it's school kids now. They've finished school and come down to the lake to do a couple of hours fishing. Yeah. Yeah, fair play to them, rather than just going home and getting on the old PlayStations and Xboxes. It's good to see the youngsters, you know, the future of fishing, getting on the bank. But yeah, it's yeah, we've had 4 fish, but yeah, for the last couple of hours it's been completely dead. Right guys, I'm going to have about an hour and a half fishing left before I start packing up. It's 3:45 now, so 4:45, yeah, I'm going to have about an hour and a half fishing left before I start packing up, because now we're into October. The winter times are now in effect here at Linear, which means the gates of evening now get locked up at 6 p.m. as from today. So what I've just done, I've just switched back to a pink hook bait because I've been on the yellow hook bait for about 2 hours, and apart from that knocker I missed earlier on, I don't think it was on properly anyway, because all the other takes, the whole rod tip was bent right round where that one kind of it went and sprang back. So, but yeah, for the last hour and a half I've put up one of the pink Beetle Plus hook baits back on, because that's what's caught all my fish so far. But yeah, it's been a bit quiet for the last couple of hours. So if we get one more, I'll be happy. If I don't get any more, I'll still be happy. Mainly because I haven't done this kind of fishing for years. I've had a few fish, I've enjoyed myself. First time on this lake as well. Again, I always think to myself, first time on, you know, any lake that you may fish, if you've not blanked, then you've done well, because you don't know the lake at the end of the day. And also just as happy because once again we're fishing on a cheap TEMU setup, and it's more than proved its worth. Right, and guys, as you can see, I'm all packed up now. So yeah, good day's fishing, and more importantly, really enjoyable day's fishing. Really enjoyed getting out on sort of lighter tackle, you know, the old feeder rod, and it's definitely something I'm going to be doing a lot more of in the future. If you enjoyed this kind of content rather than your normal kind of out and out carp fishing, let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video. Right, couple of bits of admin before we sign off this video. So when I was last out fishing with Chunkster, I did a competition. Now, I don't know if many of you just didn't want to do the competition or didn't see it, but I think I only had about 4 entries, and I think only 2 of them were right. So yeah, it was to give away 6 pots of the Beetle Plus hook baits from Hinders. The competition was to let me know the total weight of the carp I had in that session with Chunkster. I've got it written down. So the total weight was 61 pounds 9 ounces. If from memory, I think only 2 of you out of the 4 I think entered got it right. So I don't know who's won yet. I'll do some sort of draw, possibly on like a wheel or something on the bottom of the page just here. So whoever you are, congratulations, and I'll get Hinders to get those 6 pots of hook bait sent off to you. And I said I was going to do a giveaway. So all the kit I was using today that I bought from TEMU, just the stuff I bought from TEMU. Again, at the video I said I'll give away to one of you lucky people, or unlucky. But yeah, just let me know again in the comments, how much did I spend on the TEMU gear that I was using today. That's it. Now there's going to be many right answers, I'm sure, so all the correct answers will have to go into a draw, and I'll pick a winner in probably a couple of videos time, because I'm going to go out fishing again in 2 days time, so that video won't be live before, and yeah, it'll be about 2 videos time before we pick a winner for this one. Right, thanks for watching this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed something a little bit different. I certainly enjoyed fishing it. But till next time, tight lines, enjoy your fishing, wet nets and all that malarkey. See you next time, guys.